Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IX. And we're caught, imprisoned by jesters. And somebody explained to me what the hell those soldiers are doing. Is switching between two positions actually accomplishing anything? Are they seeing anything different? Why are they doing that? Oh, well, whatever. Makes no sense, but a lot of things in this game don't make a lot of sense. They'll never get away with this. And yeah, I'm not sure if anyone has watched the English dub of Naruto, the first series, not Shippuden, but I kind of, when Marcus says this and when he has this kind of personality at certain points where he just doesn't want to be stuck in anyone else's problems, I kind of get the feeling of giving him the voice of Shikamaru would just be awesome. It really, his character really sounds like that the voice actor portrays Shikamaru in that series. Anyway, Steiner's still an asshole. Sucker. Yeah, definitely a mistake. You? I don't think it's you that she's betrayed. Well, yes and no. You by proxy, but more so, she's betrayed the princess. Must save the princess at all costs. Kind of an odd location to kind of end the last video, but I was tired and I'd played too much as is, so oh well. And this is quite loud. I have to turn my speakers down, which probably won't change anything on the recording, but oh well. Why the arrest? Sincere. Not really the word I would choose. Firm? Adamant? Her birthday last year when she turned 15. Tall man visited us. And are they going to mention who that man is? So, oh, there we go. We find out when Tot left. And if you remember from earlier on in the game, Dagger mentioned that it was about a year ago that her father died. So, in a span of a few months, her tutor leaves, father dies, strange man comes and starts basically stirring shit up, all in a matter of a few months, and yeah, it's pretty obvious that that would cause a change in both Dagger and the Queen. How dare you! Silence! What is she trying to remember here? Yeah, well. Yeah. Something that's just not really part of the royal culture, I guess you could call it. Come with us. Hurry up. And we've been brought to the Queen. Look at that. It's what we'd planned on doing all along. Ah. She seems nice. Come closer, my dear. Watch out for the trap on the floor. It's not intended for you. She seems pleasant. I'm actually not being sarcastic. She does seem quite pleasant right now. What the hell's going on? Far from the truth. Oh, shift the blame, huh? History is written by whom? That's right, the winners. Initiative is one thing, genocide is another. Of course. Yeah, I don't know who's buying this, but I'm not, she's not. The option doesn't really matter, it changes the dialogue slightly, and yeah. That would be the tall man, in air quotes. And he still thinks he's doing an act from a play. Well, he's dressed in white, but I don't see a white horse. For 100 years, is this Sleeping Beauty? I can't remember how long she slept. God, I haven't seen that show since I was a kid. That movie. Well, the Disney movie anyway. I don't think I've ever read the original story. That's the problem with Disney. They release some decent movies and they bring these old fairy tales to light to such a younger, a younger generation, a new generation. Take you to a world of dreams. And he casts the sleep spell. Or something close to. But they brought all these movies and these stories to a new generation, and then they butchered the original story so much that a lot of people, including myself, view the now she's acting evil. View the Disney movies as kind of the original, since they're the earliest ones that they've seen, and a lot of these, the fairy tales got remade into Disney movies throughout, like the 70s and the 80s and 90s and even now. So it just, I don't know, it just seems kind of weird the way they've, well, it's not weird, it's just, it's kind of tragic in a way. And this is a cool theme. Draw her summons from her. What? What the hell's going on here? This music is creepy. What are they doing? Those spears, are they attacking me? Or whatever. Okay. I can fly! I can fly! Odin? Where's my Odin? Are they stealing Odin from me? What's going on here? I'm confused. And here we go. That's an interesting question. Something we don't have an answer for right now. The strings of the harp snapped, if you recall last time, and that was all we heard. Been here for 1,000 years, and we come here and we screw it all up in an hour. Would make sense. You can ask any of these questions. I'm gonna ask the second one. Okay. So we're supposed to meet by the town entrance. Now we get control of Freya. And at this point there are a couple of items that are kind of unique that we can pick up at this point. And we also get some different dialogue. They're worried about the end. Coming of invaders. Of course, why else would you build something, magically or not, to prevent anyone from getting in? I already checked there, didn't I? What are you doing? Would have to be of strong magical power to break something that's been able to hold up a sandstorm for 1,000 years. Well, the strings broke. I guess the spell with the harp is the only way to enforce it. It's like an incantation or something. Anyway, if you come back here and you talk to this guy, stone has protected them since days of old. This is from the High Priest. We get an emerald. We can talk to the king here. He wants to know about Puck. And we can pick up an ether here, which I forgot to do last time. Or did I even have a chance to do that last time? Oh no, I didn't. I haven't had a chance to be in here yet. Okay, good. So there's an ore. Come on. And a phoenix pinion. And what do you have to say? How foreboding. Anyway, so we've picked up our 3 items. The emerald is actually a very unique piece. We can learn white draw for Freya. Unfortunately, that's probably going to have to wait. And you'll learn why eventually, but I'm not going to spoil anything at this point. There are some other things that need learning. I already talked to you. If we go down here, there's one other thing you want to do at this point, and that requires us to go over here to the inn. And down here, I believe. This town is very confusing to navigate. Go in here. I think you have to do this while you're using Freya. Can I still buy stuff from you? Yeah, you can still buy stuff if you need to. I don't think he has anything new at this point. But go over here. And Stiltskin's here. I'm almost positive you have to come here while you have control of Freya. Make sure you buy this. It's a great deal anyway. Like I said, the Ether you can sell for 1,000 and recoup your losses if you're worried about that small amount of money. But all of his deals are great. Do I need to rest? No, I have full life. Good. And I am going to take a quick pause break and I'll be right back. And I'm back. Alright, now we should be able to head down here. Sorry about that, just my headphones. And we meet up with the rest of the party. Let's get going. And we can't find Puck. Very yummy sand. Quina, shut up. No matter what, huh? Let's see. And now we can run back. I'm not sure if you have to wait to this point to do this. I think you could probably do this earlier, but you can go back now. You probably could do this when you're in control of Freya, and I think now you can still get Stiltskin's deals at this point as well. But you have to come back now before the next plot point, which is very soon. And I kind of forgot to even check for this while I was up here. If you go Mognet. So letter here from Monav. I can't remember where this one was. I think this is the one, yeah. It seems pretty obvious that it's the one at the bottom of at the trunk of the tree. There's people climbing up since the sandstorm disappeared. Makes sense. Anyway, I believe you have to view that letter in order to activate another one later on, and it's not too far off if I remember right. Anyway, now that I've got my whole party, I am going to equip them, and you will see me on the other side of this screen. And I'm back. Alright, not many changes, only a couple. Make sure you're learning stuff. Still learning stuff. I put the mage's hat on for double speed on learning Fyra, so I can get rid of the flame staff and go back to the oak staff faster. And Quinn has learned almost everything, so he's going to continue working on clear-headed. Make sure to learn ability up. You definitely want that first and foremost. And then most of the new equipment went on Freya. Mithril armor, thunder gloves, gold helm, and the partisan. That's got no element or status. Importantly, for enemies we're going to be fighting, man-eater's important. None of the other ones really are. I just had nothing better to use. Always ability up. Always level up with her. And Quina, level up and ability up. And Vivi has nothing useful at this point. Keep Loudmouth on. Keep ability up on. Zidane, the same thing as Freya. Make sure you got man-eater on. Alert, definitely have alert, and bandit. And away we go. And at this point, you may want to keep bug killer and bird killer on for now, because I think we can still run into the same normal enemies as before. And this is what I said before when I said there was an easier way to get at that. And there's also a harder way to get at this. Well, not really harder, but it's time for battles. And fast forward. And now we have invading soldiers. So, steel, we'll never get anything useful. Potions. And we can basically one-shot these guys because they're quite weak. These ones are... Have we fought soldiers before? I don't even remember. These ones are weak. They cast level 2 magic. They die. Whatever. I don't know. Not much to say. They're humanoid, so they're probably weak to fire. It doesn't matter. You can kill pretty much anything with one shot at this point. At least these enemies. There will be a difficulty spike at some point. More guys. And there's actually a couple of spots where there are difficulty spikes in the game. One of them is at the about halfway through this disc. There's a bit of a difficulty spike, and disc 3 is where there's a big difficulty spike. And you got to start making use of better abilities, but of course by then we start to get better abilities. More than, you know, just normal attacks and, you know, first couple level spells. We actually get some strategy in dealing with some enemies, and I started talking over this fight, so I won't edit this one out. Oh well. BB's attacking because it's easier to just mash the button. And it doesn't matter. Everyone dies. Yay! Other than that, after the previous battle, I learned ability up with Freya, so you want to switch to the Emerald at this point, so that she can learn White Draw, because White Draw is quite useful. And what's happening here? Yeah, what about them? You getting it? But what does it mean? Oh, and there's Puck. If you say the other one, he calls you an idiot, I think, and said, you're way wrong, and blah blah blah. Yeah, gotta go back to the village. At once, my lord! Yes, my lord! Deadweights. Let's rock! Now what? Ah. So, anyone thinking about a little deja vu? Whatever. Maybe a little round 2? Yeah, we're gonna get round 2 against Beatrix by the end of this area, if it's not already obvious. And which means I'll probably want to take a couple attempts at doing the battle, see if I can steal her rare item, because it's basically the same concept as before. And the Moogle's running away, yay! Full of demons! They just keep coming! And this is the other reason you want Man Killer, obviously. The soldiers, even though they're weak, more so for these guys, which were a little stronger. Not a lot, but especially not when there's only one, jeez. Well, that's not going to be much of a challenge. Still, steal when you can. And these guys have better items anyway. Eat forks. Or eat with forks anyway. And they can cast a new spell that we haven't seen yet. Osmose. Which is just like Drain, which we also haven't seen, but for MP. And they can't steal very much MP because, one, we don't have very much, and they have weak magic power. And I learned Auto Reflect, so unless there's some story right here, I will take a break.